have said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on last year's national champions, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. To the air, it's Carr. It's complete to the left. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. They'll go back to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got it in the middle, it's Gilbert. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Williams. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking for space. It's Price. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking to throw its car. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Running to the left. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
No, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gets rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it
job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Caught near the sticks, it's Washington. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The lone back's got it. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks the tackle. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Price. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Makes a connection. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
That's caught. It's Price. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Unloads quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Grab near the marker. It's Price. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Catch in the middle, it's Price.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
Looking to throw on first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback running on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. LSU right back to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab at the 30. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Carr. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. He gets a block. Got all the room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by just 2 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he drops it just... a little too slippery in the hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Carr. Got his man downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome. for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Going with the ground game left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now on first down from the 40. Let's go. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. On the run, still looking. Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught over the middle, it's Watkins.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Tight end now in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Can't get him to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking the run.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for space, it's Durham. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Here's the handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
17.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here comes the heat. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Notre Dame, 17.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to seal the edge on the right. showing off the arms. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking for a crease. It's Price. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Offense in a bunch formation. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Gonna run it. It's Price. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Spits it out to the back. Got his man down the middle. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an up.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
First down for the offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Carr. With the catch, it's Price.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
DB's right up on the receivers. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
He'll ride his man on the option. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Johnson looking to throw. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. Brings up third down.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. It's a seam wide open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only